Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. All right, you guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I am already feeling the energy of this new eclipse for July the 2nd today. Stronger than ever. All up in my feelings, all up in my emotions. It was just crazy today. So me and my soulmate was talking today, and we were talking about children, and I don't know how we got on this subject, but he asked me, did I want to have any more? And I said, of course, with my husband. And I didn't even know where that came from because I haven't talked to him. I haven't spoke to him. And that's my choice. But some feelings and some emotions have arisen. And for the last 2 days, I am serious. A divine masculine has been coming to me to let me know that he wants to get his divine feminine pregnant. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, all up in my aura, all up in my personal space. And I'm just like, okay, I'll get the video out. And so finally, it was just so pressing on me to do it. And so here I am with this video. Let me go ahead and call in some help, and then I'll get right into this beautiful reading. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-He Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. All right. So I never, ever, ever, at least as long as I've been doing readings that I can recall, ever starting a reading out in reverse. But let me tell you, my angels and my guides recommended that I kept that upside down because I heard that if I turned it upright, that I will alter the reading, which is very true. There are some readers that do this. I'm not knocking them, nor am I judging them, but I will tell you, if you reverse something upright when it should be reversed, you're altering the reading. That means that it's not accurate based off of what the tarot has to say. So we all know that upright says something totally different than when it's in reverse. So without further ado, let's get right into this. And let me spray my Kick Karma ass spray. If you have not gotten this yet, shame on you. I'm just saying. It will do a lot. And it would help you with this new energy that's coming in from the solar eclipse, which got me right today. You can also take a spiritual bath with this. Clean your altar with it. Spray your hands before you do tarot reading or any of your divination tools. You can spray your divination tools with this as well. Spray your crystals to cleanse your crystals. This is like yoga in a bottle. Seriously, it definitely brings harmony and peace back into the body and back into any physical thing. All right. So, what else? This reading, of course. Okay, so what I'm feeling, divine feminines, is that you have dealt with this person for quite some time. And I feel that they've been on a reserved side when it came to their feelings and their emotions. They have not been open with you about the way that they're feeling towards you. They've been very reserved. And I feel like a lot of this separation process have been kind of like touch and go, hit and miss. You know, you talk when you can, but when you can't, you don't talk. There's a long pause. And when I say a long pause, I don't think you ever went over 30 days yet for some of you, but then for some of you, you have. And I think that the times that you take your pauses, they become longer as you wait, and longer and longer. It's like you guys are kind of like testing how far you can go without speaking to each other, but you're both suffering in silence. With the wheel being in reverse, that lets me know that something that's supposed to come back around is going to be delayed. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but take heart and know that God is not telling you no on this union. God is not telling you no on this relationship. God is telling you, be still. Get into yourself. Love yourself wholly, fully, and completely, because this is the reason why God had to put the brakes. Source Energy had to put the brakes and a pause for the cause on this relationship, because you were not truly loving yourself. You were pouring too much of your heart and your soul into your divine counterpart, and you were depleting your own soul, causing holes to be in your aura and in your soul. So now your angels, God himself, is stepping in, because when you were getting those signs and synchronicities along the way to let go and to surrender, you ignored them. Now, I am going to say this, people, when I do this reading and when I do any of my readings, these are general readings for the divine feminine and the divine masculine and the twin flame collective. Please do not force a reading. And I don't want to hear, oh, it didn't resonate. It wasn't your reading. I don't care if it didn't resonate with you. That's none of my business, because you didn't pay me. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether it resonates or if it doesn't resonate. I feel that 90% of the people that come to my channel, they know that every reading is not going to resonate, because they have spiritual intelligence enough to know that every reading is not their reading. But still they listen, because it helps to educate them on what they need to do in certain situations and circumstances in their own life. Because although the reading may not be your reading, I always give spiritual tools and guidance along the way to help you. So if you feel like you're above reproach and that, you're the end all, the be all, and you don't need any help, then why are you here? First and foremost, okay? You should start your own YouTube channel and give out advice, since you know better. Okay. My angels told me to calm down. They're like, Tyann, that was my own personal opinion. Thank you. Thank you they keep me in check, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Cancer, so my mouth is a little bit slick. But at the same time, I'm very respectful. You respect me, I respect you. Okay? So if it doesn't resonate, nobody cares. Okay? Because it's not for you. It's for the person that it does, or the persons that it does resonate for. So at this moment, what comes around is not coming back around, because it's not time. Okay? The divine has a set time, purpose, and place for this union. You cannot circumvent it. You cannot coerce the universe. You cannot catfish the universe and trick the universe into giving you your divine counterpart anytime sooner than what it is meant to be. Just like the time and date that you met, that was divinely orchestrated. The angels, your wayshores, your guides, your ancestors, they all played their roles and part in bringing this union together. You see, as you can see in the Eight of Pentacles, she is in her own love mist. Do you see this? This is self-love. This is loving self first. This is being grounded to the earth. Of course, this is Capricorn energy. You see, she is all in her own essence. And as you can see, she's glowing. And that love mist is in the air, baby. And trust me, it is enough for divine masculine to catch wind of it. And he is feeling it, even though you're miles apart for some of you. Okay? Divine masculine has definitely gotten more out of this situation than what he bargained. I don't feel like for this divine masculine that he anticipated to be in love with you as deeply as he is. This is the reason why he's not opening up to you, because he is all in ego and only thinking about himself right now and his own fantasies and his own illusions, or should I say delusions, the masculine. Okay. But you are over here really not giving two squats, because you're in that energy where you feel heavenly, you feel divine, you feel better than what you have ever felt. I feel like a lot of you have cried so many nights, so many tears. It reminds me of Tupac's song, I shed so many tears, I suffered through the years. And now you're like, bug that. The next time that I cry. Okay, let me get that right. I cry. It's late, you guys. The next time that I cry, it's going to be at my own wedding. The next time that I shed tears, they're going to be tears of joy. You have put your foot down and you've said no more. You have set your own boundaries. The Eight of Pentacles is about setting boundaries. It's about finding the infinite possibilities in the situation, being infinite possibilities. It's eight. It's on the side. It's the infinity. Okay. So it's about infinite possibilities. It's about manifesting whatever it is that you want. And you can have anything that you want right now. When the Eight of Pentacles show up, that means that you can manifest anything that you want. Your manifesting powers are very strong at this now moment. And it is time for you to take advantage of the energies that are here. There is nothing that is outside of you that is more powerful than you. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is in reverse. If this was in the upright position, that means that the person's coming in, but he's coming in slow. Now, the fact that it is in reverse, it is letting me know that the divine masculine, he's thinking about you, but he's in regret mode. He's regretting how he treated you. He's regretted how he gaslighted you, how he ghosted you. Don't think for a moment's second that these divine masculines are not thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about them. There is an old saying that the reason why someone is on your mind is because you're on theirs. It's true. And I know this because my soulmate, not this time around, because this time around we're not getting back together, but a previous time when we got remarried the second time, he told me that every time that I thought about him, he was thinking about me. And we were naming specific dates, times, what we were doing on that day. It was just like we felt each other. Well, come on. This is not your soulmate. This is your twin flame. So it's going to be even more compounding. It's going to be even more intense, and magnetism is going to be just off the charts. And so right now, you are both in each other's aura. You are both in each other's mind, thoughts, and feelings and emotions. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you were so joint to the hips that people, every time they saw you, they did not know what to expect, but they knew that they were going to expect something great because you guys dressed alike. You wore the same colors, same color coordinations when you guys were out. You guys just vibed. Okay. You just fit. You didn't even have to force it. It was just something that was totally natural. Okay. But right now, he's regretting the way that he treated you. He's regretting how he didn't show up in this relationship. And I feel that you're feeling a lot of these emotions because you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is in their emotions, energy and emotion. Okay. And so now you're trying to figure out at this point, How in the hell can I manifest this? You've prayed, you've done mantras, you've done subliminals, I feel like even for a lot of you, you even went to the extent of cutting the cords, but the magnetism is so strong that it grew back even 10 times more stronger than before you cut it. Now, I do want to let you guys know, I did post something last night with the power of Turo. I love Lala. She is God's gift to the world of twin flames. She does have something on her page that she posted, a video of how you can heal your, you can cut cords. And I never thought it was possible. And a lot of people have never thought it was possible. And I can't say I endorse anyone, but I can tell you that if you need that done, she does offer it. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I've tried it. I've done it. It was very healing. And here's my results. I felt so relieved last night when I did that meditation. And it really helped me to have a lot of clarity about how I wanted to show up in my marriage and in my union. And when I woke up this morning, it was like the magnetism that we had got really stronger. And I got my training from a shaman. Okay, all my spiritual workings, everything that I've learned how to do, how to remove imprints, how to remove daemons, how to remove lower energy thought forms, disease, illnesses from out of the body from a shaman. And I was told by him, because he was the first person to cut my cords between me and my husband, that it was impossible to cut cords with a twin flame and that he would do it for me, but he gave me a warning. He said, Tyann, I am going to warn you that if I cut it, it's only going to be temporary. Just so you can have enough clarity, just so you can have a break. He said, but those cords are going to come back together and they're going to come back even more stronger. And he said, and if the more that you cut it, the more that the magnetism is going to be, and the stronger the connection is going to be, and the more that you're going to have this person in your life and around you. I'm like, at that point, when it first happened, when me and my baby got separated, I was so used to doing everything with this man that I really built my whole life around him, and I could not take the absence. I could not take my attachment to him because we ran a business together. Okay. And I had to get rid of all of my clients because I could not both be the doctor and document and do everything that he did for me. So with that being said, I had to clear that out. And when I did, he was right. The magnetism got stronger, not only on my side, but on my husband's side too. So I believe a lot of it also has to do with the eclipse that's coming up. That made it even more intense for me. And so back to your reading. You are at the state where you're ready. You're ready for something to come in. You're not really putting a finger on it. You're not really being really specific about what it is that you want. But I tell you what, Source already knows what you want because Source already put the desire that's in your heart. And I am going to tell you, God is not going to allow you to meet your twin for you and your twin not to be together. The whole point of you being separate right now is so you both can heal trauma and do the spiritual work that is required. Remember, you two both agreed for this separation and everything the way that is happening, exactly the way that is happening before you got into your physical skin suit, which we call an avatar or a body. You both agreed that you were going to be in this 3D illusion of a separation until a certain amount of time that you guys are able to journey apart and learn your spiritual lessons apart. But I feel like all is not lost between you and your divine masculine, you have the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot in reverse is letting me know that he's coming, but again, there's a pause. But there's a heart-to-heart connection between the two of you, because the reason why he's not coming at this time is because he can't come back the same way that he left. Or it will be pointless that you guys have been in this separation for as long as you've been, and then him come back the same way. No. I feel like right now he's done turned a 180 completely, but the universe is testing him out. And you should be clapping your hands and applauding that God cares that much about you to even test the final product before you get it. You see. So yes, the Chariot wheels are not moving. And they're not moving not because he's not coming. They're not moving because God said so. Because there is still some imperfections in him that he needs to overcome. And the death of the ego has to happen first before he can come back to you. He has to completely surrender everything all to source. This man is passionately in love with you. He's thinking about getting you pregnant. For those of you that are in your child-rearing years, yes, he wants to get you pregnant. And for those of you that are not in your child-rearing years, he wants to build something with you. He wants to incubate a business and start something that is lucrative with you. And then there's a group of you that he wants to do both. He wants to get you pregnant and he wants to incubate this business. Because he looks at you very passionately. The King of Wands is a very, very passionate lover. Okay? He's not a page here today, gone tomorrow. His passion runs deep. Most of them are fathers. Okay. And if he's not a father, then he's a father figure. I feel that he's been a father to his karmic children. Okay. Not divine masculine, but the masculine has been a Captain Saverho, basically. Okay. I'm just telling you how it is. He's been saving someone else. But right now, he's wanting to come back and he's wanting to save you. He knows that he's caused more harm than good. And I feel like this person is like in their guilt so strong that is festering in them and is oozing out of their veins. And is actually one of the reasons why he's still in halt mode. You see. If you're still in guilt, it's because you're still doing the shit that you're guilty of. You don't stay in guilt and shame when you have done a past offense and you're not doing it anymore. You see. 1 second. I have to unplug that. All right. So with that being said, he is feeling guilty because he's guilty as charged. I mean, come on, let's be 100% real. Why else would someone feel guilty if they are not doing the same shit? He's doing it. Okay, he's just moving about doing what he used to do a little bit more differently because with you, my dear, he's gotten a little wiser. But I'm not saying that he's all the way together because guess what? We got the 5 of Swords. If you knew what he was doing right now in its entirety, it would hurt you. He's rejected you. He's left you out in the cold. He's left you in suspense. Okay, and he's done it on purpose. But you got the knife in your hand now. Notice this 5 of Swords is you cutting away from all the illusion. The veil is thinning. It's getting thinner and thinner. And you're now seeing with your third eye. You're now seeing with your mind's eye. You're not looking with your 2 physical eyes anymore because that's the shit that got you into the predicament that you're in now. That's what got you into the hurt and the pain that you're in now. You overlooked the red flags. The red flags were just dangling in your face and you were like, oh, I so love him. That's okay. Let's go ahead and paint these red flags pink. No. And so therefore, now you're in this place where you can see clearly now the rain is gone. Nobody can pull a wool over your face, Divine Feminine. You have been there. You have done that. You have wrote the book on how to do it. Okay? You have wrote the book on the game and how to play it. And now Divine Masculine has gotten beaten at his own game. Why? Because you know what the divine has promised you. You know that happy times are coming and there is going to be a joy for celebration with the Three of Pentacles. You realize that you can't have this joy right now because there's a third party involved. Whether this is a job, whether this is a karmic soulmate partner, it doesn't matter. The point is something is getting or somebody is getting in the way of this union. And you're not stupid, but at the same time, you already know what your promise is. So you're not tripping on the fact of him not being here today. Because you know that soon enough, he will be here tomorrow. And for the Divine Masculine, I feel like you are like on his brain, like you have been like a ghost from his past that just will not go away. And the more that he tries, the more that he thinks he has gotten over you or that you were some type of project to overcome, is when the universe smacks him dead in his face with reality. And he goes back into those feelings and emotions of where y'all used to be. Y'all used to have this romance that was a whirlwind romance that affected everyone around you, including your friends, including your family, especially those that were the closest to you. And a lot of people were heartbroken when you guys had separated. A lot of people were shattered because you guys were just the it couple. You guys had what I would say the it factor. You had a good job or a business that you ran, or you had the ideal house. You lived in an ideal neighborhood. Your children were the ideal children and they played their parts and their roles. You were just a good family. And the lower energies talk your Divine Masculine in out of his birthright. Okay? It's kind of like Esau and Jacob. He sold his birthright for some karmic soup. Seriously. And it's not even funny. But when you think about it, it's more sad than anything. And our Divine Masculines are really having a hard time with the transitioning that's going on in this great awakening. Because they love the 3D plane. They love to stay there. They don't want to make any changes because it just feels so good. Instant gratification. They can get what they want and then they'll worry about the consequences later. And because of this has really made his lot in life very miserable. They say that all is fair in love and war. But I feel like now everything that the Divine Masculine has done to you is coming back to bite him. He's now starting to eat those words. When you told him that he can never ever find another woman better than you, he is now beginning to realize it. Because I feel like for some of these Divine Masculines, they would purposely look for women that looked like you. And if they didn't look like you, they had mannerisms or certain traits that were about them that reminded them of you. So it felt like home. And so they gave a lot of themselves to certain situations just to not get anything back in return. So the script has flipped on them. Okay. I feel that a lot of them, this is something they're hiding from you. That you were right. Because no one wants to be told that chalk wrenching or chalk screech. You know how you have the screeching chalkboard? That's what I am hearing the Divine Masculine say. It's like a screeching chalkboard. Like Ooh, like no one wants to hear I told you so. That's the last thing that they want to hear. All right, now let's get to his higher self and what's going on. What is he thinking about? All right, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Okay, so what he's saying is that he don't want to die alone. He doesn't want to die without having a good memory of the two of you together. And the only thing that you can take out of this world with you are your memories. I know a lot of people, they call it post-traumatic stress disorder, but a lot of people, when they go through that, they have flashes of their past lives. And I really call it, anybody that has PSTD, I call it um, an awakening, a spiritual awakening. Okay, because a lot of times they're accessing the Akashic records, and unbeknownst to themselves, they're seeing their past lives. They're seeing them married. They're seeing them, with children. They see themselves fighting in a war as a soldier. So many different scenarios that I can give you, but that's what I truly believe is happening. Okay, yeah, it's deep. Now you have twin flames. Your passion ignites. I told you it's going to happen for you. I can't make this shit up. Your passion is going to ignite. Didn't we get the King of Wands? Yes, we did. How could I ever forget how handsome this man is on this card? Anyhow, the twin flame card is a confirmation that your union is around the corner. Okay, just because it came to a complete halt don't mean that a halt means a complete stop. Okay, you got balance. You need to find balance in this relationship. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that where both supports challenges. You guys are having a challenge right now in the relationship. It doesn't mean it's the end. It's just a bend. And certainly around the corner, you're going to have your deepest and truest desires, which is divine masculine. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. I'm going to tell you guys all the truth. I did not know what none of these cards up here said. I kept them turned around because I wanted them to be revealed at the time that they are revealed to you. And as much as I play with this deck, I don't remember based off of the drawings what is what. So you're being asked to wait. Let's wait a while. It reminds me of Janet Jackson. Sorry. You guys, if you don't know me by now, I got a song for every freaking thing, right? But that's what it means. It means wait, because you're going to get the desires of your heart, but divine masculine is only half baked right now. You don't want to have baked. You want a full-fledged divine masculine that is in his emperor or alchemist power. I take alchemist over emperor any day. I don't want an emperor. I don't want one to lead me. I am sorry. I'm divine feminine. I compliment you. I am your counterpart. I am not your stool pigeon, honey. Okay, here we are. I'm not a feminist neither. I just know who I am. I know my power. And so therefore I am not about to stoop low, bow low to anybody. I don't even bow low to God. So why would I bow low to a man? Anyhow, I appreciate when we want something and source energy says, I'm not telling you no, but I'm telling you not now. And that's what I'm feeling that source energy is telling you at this now moment. But you do have a heart-to-heart connection. He does love you. He is in some shit. It ain't like you didn't know that. You didn't know that he was with a third person, a third party? Of course you knew. Okay? But still, even still, he wants to come back to get you pregnant. He wants to have the baby with you. I don't think that they're having unprotected sex. At least I hope not. And that's not the energy that I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this man, he wouldn't get this person pregnant because he doesn't want to jeopardize what he has with you. And I have come to the conclusion of this reading. I am, look, crumpa out. Seriously, I'm getting sleepy. And I got this out in enough time just to give it to you so you can have it. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase a gift from my Amazon wish list and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.